Well, hello everyone. It has been a very long time, but I am back with another belt video. It's been about a year since I think I have made a belt video, but I have this beauty. So it is only right to check it out. I've actually had this for about 6 months, but I have just completely forgotten to make a video. I don't really take it out too often. I keep it in the bag, so that was another reason. But it is a crappy and rainy, snowy Sunday, so what better time to make a video? So we will get on into it. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to say right now is I think this purple really makes the gold pop. I have heard some people say that they think that it's kind of a girly color. I disagree completely. I think that this is a really nice shade of lavender. It's almost like an Easter shade. And with the gold, it just looks so good. Also, this belt was only used for one time. This belt was used at the 1991 Royal Rumble with Sergeant Slaughter and the Ultimate Warrior. And unfortunately, when Sergeant Slaughter won the belt, they went right back to the black version. And I would really be curious to know where the real lavender belt is today. I would assume it's in WWE's possession or the Ultimate Warrior's wife, one of the two, but this was only used one time. So the fact that they made a replica of it is pretty unique because it was only used for one time. But I remember being super excited when they made this replica because I have always loved the lavender version. I just think it looks really good. And another thing people got to remember is that was 1991, so these kind of colors were in that at that time, like the neon and the pastel bright colors. That was what was in at that time. So for 1991, this really wasn't an unusual color. But I have never seen a belt with so much just style with the gold and the purple. I just think it looks so good. They do have a white version and a baby blue version, but I think this purple just completely outshines both of those. Another thing I like is how they covered the screws on the back, which is interesting because this is just a replica, but this is how it is on the real belts that they actually use on TV. So I'm guessing that this is because WWE doesn't want people putting their plates on real leather straps. So I'm guessing that's part of it as well. But for a replica, it's really not that bad of a strap. I mean, I remember the old replicas from like 10, 15 years ago were really stiff. I mean, and this moves pretty freely. So it's really not that bad. Even like if you hold it up, you can really, I mean, that's like how the real belt was. So they did a lot of detail. And they really made it look as real as possible. Because I remember the old version of this replica was terrible. I had a white one, and the sidebars were not even on the plate. They were like way over here to the side. They were screwed onto the strap, which they shouldn't have been. And the main plate was just flat as a pancake, and it looked so bad. I actually got rid of it because I could not stand it. I couldn't stand how they made it look so terrible. And it drove me insane. But this is the version 3, which is a million times better. I mean, it has a curve. The sidebars are actually attached. Even the world banner is raised, which is how it was on the real belt. So this is a million times better. I actually don't think they're even selling the version 2 Winged Eagles anymore, which is good because they were awful. But out of all the belts I have, which I have 7 or 8, I think, this is my most favorite one. I do have the WrestleMania 4 version as well, right there. And I think that the gold on that is different than the purple one here, because you can tell this is like a nice vibrant like yellowy gold, and the WrestleMania 4 version is much more of like a, it's kind of like a dull gold, which is accurate, but I think the gold on this is much more attractive. And even the plates, it's just really, really improved from the old replicas. One thing, though, I will say is I think the globe, that shade of blue, I think is a little bit off. If you watch the 1991 Royal Rumble, they do pretty good camera shots of the belt, and the globe appears to have a much brighter blue. Actually, it's kind of funny now that I think about it. The globe on this belt and the globe on that belt are actually, they should be reversed. Like the globe on this one, you can tell it's a lot lighter of a blue. That actually should be on this belt, and the globe on this belt should be on the black one. So I kind of find it funny that that was like the only thing they didn't pay attention to detail on, but it's not the end of the world, you know. It's still an amazing belt, and I really don't even take this out of the bag often because I just don't want to ruin it, and I have a feeling that at some point, once these are gone, they're just not going to make them anymore. And I say that because I have the yellow Intercontinental replica belt. I wish I could show you, but it's over on the other side of my room. And it's just behind a bunch of stuff. But they don't have that anymore on WWE Shop. I actually haven't seen that in a couple years. So I had to have this one, and I would assume eventually they're just going to stop making it. But this is one belt I will never get rid of. Even the bag is really nice. I mean, this is what it came in, and it's like, if you could feel this, it's almost like silk in a way. It's just really, really nice. Like even the bag, you know, it's a good belt if the bag is nice. I like how they put the old logo on it. And wish it had the F, but we all know that won't happen again. But even the bag is really nice. So if you're looking for a classic belt, I would very highly recommend getting this while you can. They are no longer offering the white version. I don't know if it's on back order. I don't know if they just stopped making it. It might come back, but I think the purple one is the best one out of the three. The blue one might be interesting as well. I have not seen any videos of the blue one on YouTube. I know there's not too many of the purple one here either, but that's why I wanted to make it as well. But if you want a belt, I would really recommend getting this one. A lot of the replicas now are very overpriced. I think that they're trying to WWE's really trying to make a profit off of the like quote unquote legacy series or limited edition, but I'm really an old school fan, so I'd rather spend that kind of money on a belt that actually existed, not a belt that WWE just creates to kind of take your money. So all the belts in my collection are old school, and they were all belts that were actually used. So that's just my opinion, but I think that will wrap it up for this video, and I will hopefully see you guys soon.